Hi, Sola Teresa. We are just getting started. Welcome to our first lecture for week 1, guys, for DS246, Digital Animation.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. I am your instructor, Misty Porch. I have worked in the graphic design and printing industry for over 8 years now. We're really going on 10 years. I have also been involved with web design for the past 4. I have a bachelor's degree in graphic design and a master's in information systems. I also have just finished my bachelor's degree in computer science. I need to update that. My last class was Saturday also. So I just finished that degree as well. Some of you have been in some of my past classes, so that you know I'm pretty hands-on. I like to bring as much experience in the classroom and get you guys to practice while you're in the lectures with me, so that we can troubleshoot and answer any questions while you're doing the same type of things you're going to be doing for your assignments and assessments. So we're going to have a lot of fun during the lectures this month. The best way to contact me is through email at misty.porch@independence.edu. You can also text message me at 817-909-5597. Email and text message are the best, and that's simply because I do work full-time as a graphic designer. So the biggest part of the day, I am at work in my office with a bunch of other graphic designers. So text message and email are the easiest way to get in touch with me, and usually the fastest way to get in touch with me. I answer my emails all day long, even at work. And they come to everything I have, my computer, my phone, my tablet. So text messages and emails are usually will get you the quickest response from me. Our next lecture will be on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time and on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Today we're going to go through the announcements, the software check. We're going to take a look at the course description, the course objectives, and the outline for this mod. And we're also going to go through the class policy and the expectations. And we're going to take a look at the final project overview. You will be working towards the final project all 4 weeks of this class. And don't forget the Student Success Center is open. Christy is our learning coach. So if you need help, feel free to go in and see her. She just emailed me her schedule for this week, so I will be posting that in the announcements as well as soon as this lecture is over. Lynda.com is a big part of this class, guys. Make sure you watch those tutorials. Lynda.com is broken up pretty easily, so you can watch a little bit at a time, so that if you have things going on around the house, or your kids are home and you're having to take care of them while you try to do homework, those videos are pretty short, so you can watch a 5-minute to 15-minute video and then take a break and do what you need to do around the house or with your kids, or run to the store and not feel like you've left in the middle of something, because they all end at an end point during those videos, so that when you start the new one, it's a fresh start kind of thing. So take advantage of those videos, because you are going to learn a lot. Unfortunately, the 4 hours that we have together a week, it's truly not enough time for me to teach you everything you need to know. So I try to pick up where Lynda leaves off and throw in some extras that I think you're not getting from the videos, but those videos in lynda.com are going to teach you a lot. So please take advantage of those. It will make your classwork so much easier. Software check. This class requires Creative Cloud 2015. At least. Most of you should already be updated to 2017. If you are not updated already, please see the announcement in our classroom. It has directions on how you can get upgraded, because the upgrade is free and it has all the latest additions and updates to the software. So take advantage of that. If you have not upgraded, go ahead and get upgraded. The course description. This course introduces basic animation skills. Topics include application and properties of common tools in the integration of audio, video, and creating animation. Upon completion, students will be proficient in the functionality, interactivity, and usability of basic drawing and animation tools. Upon successful completion of this course, you should be able to define digital animation, define the perimeters of an effective animation to reach the target audience, evaluate and construct a compelling storyline for animated content, illustrate original concepts for an effective digital animated advertisement, identify and correctly use the basic tools for creating digital animated advertisements, and integrate audio and video in an animation that enhances UX, which is user experience, and UI, which is user interface. And you should be able to differentiate between UX and UI. And create and publish a digital animation. That's what we will be doing in week 4. So this week, you're going to kind of get your intro to digital animation. For the discussion, you're going to be defining digital animation. And this week, you're going to be exploring the basic tools to create digital animation. The primary assignment this week will be over storyboarding. You're going to explore brainstorming methods to create an effective animated advertisement, explore storyboarding methods to tell the animated story, and basically create your storyboard. We will start on all of that tomorrow with a demo on creating a storyboard for an animated advertisement. In week 2, you're going to start developing the story. You're going to take it one step further than that storyboard. You're going to be researching user experience in relation to animation and how to tie it to the story for an animated advertisement or infographic. You're going to be refining the story for animated advertisement or infographic for best practice with UX. You're going to be dealing with complex artwork, implementing complex artwork into a composition template, exploring animated techniques with using the timeline, and using symbols and reusable assets. In week 3, it's going to get a little more complex. You're going to explore the advanced animation techniques using complex artwork, exploring methods to modify artwork from smooth transitions. You're going to work on controlling your timeline to achieve good UI and provide good user experience. And you're going to explore scripts that control the timeline using actions for things like buttons or moving to a next frame, things like that. In week 4, which is your final week, you're going to simply be exporting and publishing the animation. You're going to be exporting it to Behance or YouTube and publishing the files to zip together to turn in. Week 4, guys, I will tell you right now, week 4 will be very simple for all of you that can stay caught up. If you're caught up when you enter week 4, it's going to be a very short week for you because there's truly not a lot to do in week 4. Publishing and exporting goes really fast. So you can set your goal to stay caught up. For week 3, your week 4 is going to be very, very short, and you will be able to relax or concentrate on your other classes if you're caught up by week 4, because it's not going to take you more than a couple of hours to finish your project and have it exported and uploaded, and then you're done. So let's talk about my class policies and expectations. Those of you that have had me before know that I am pretty laid back, guys. And if anyone can relate to what you guys have to go through with families and jobs and school, it's me. As I said before, I just finished Saturday with my last bachelor's degree. So with that said, I absolutely 100% understand how the smallest things can mean your homework is going to be late, that you're just not going to get it done. Something happened in the middle of the week and it completely threw your schedule out the window. I get it. Absolutely, I understand. My rule, and it's not a very complicated, send me an email, say, hey, this is what's happening. I'm not going to get my work in on time, but this is when I'll have it to you. Guess what? I'm going to give you an extension. It's not going to be an issue because I get it. I know how it works, and I know how those little things can cause very big, major things in your schedule. But send me that email, because when I know what's going on, I know that you know what you need to be doing. You know you're going to have it to me, and I can give you that extension. Whereas not notifying me before that deadline leaves me wondering whether you just didn't do the work this week, whether something came up. I can't give you that extension unless I know you need it. So don't hesitate to ask for it. I'm not going to turn you down. As long as you let me know ahead of time that it's not working, you're not going to make it in on time, I'm going to give you that extension. When should you contact me, guys? Anytime you have a question or a concern, email me, let me know, and let's talk it through, see if we can't get it worked out. Not only will it lower your anxiety, it'll also let me know that you at this point are struggling with something, and I can be a little more lenient as far as grading and accepting papers and work and extensions and all of that good stuff. It's all about communication. So anytime you're having any kind of issues or questions, don't hesitate to email me or send me a text message and ask. Definitely, without a doubt, contact me if you have trouble uploading an assignment. You need to back it up by emailing it to me and putting in the comments where you would normally upload the submission that you emailed it to me. That is the only legitimate way I can actually grade what you emailed me, is if you've placed a comment where you're supposed to turn in the assignment saying, hey, I couldn't upload this, so I emailed it to you. Then the school will allow me to actually give you a grade for what you emailed me. If you can't meet a deadline, absolutely email me so I can give you that extension. It's an automatic 20-point deduction if you don't get that extension for me. That 20% is big. That's like 28 points per assignment. So that's a lot of points. You go from getting 120 points on an assignment to automatically getting a 96 points if it's perfect. So that's a big chunk of your grade right there. Simply email me, let me know you're not going to make that deadline so I can give you the extension. And then guess what? I don't have to take off those late points. That's the only way I can work around the school's rules. So you have to email me. If you have questions on the assignment after watching the live sessions or reading the instructions, absolutely email me. If you have questions about anything, guys, email me. Let me answer those questions. There's no reason to feel like you don't know what's going on or feel nervous about an assignment. Let me relieve that. If you send me an email, we can talk it through. I can simplify it for you, do whatever I need to do to make sure you understand or answer the questions. Due dates. Your assignments and assessments are due at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time the week they are assigned. Initial posts for your discussions are due on Wednesday at 11:59 Mountain Time. 2 replies on separate days are due by Saturday at 11:59 Mountain Time. Late work. I accept all late work, guys. I will accept all late work even if you didn't get an extension. I will accept it, except for after week 4. And then I can't accept late work because the class closes at the end of week 4. So you have all the way till Saturday, 11:59 p.m. of week 4 to turn in weeks 1 through 3. Discussions will be closed for comments on their deadlines. No post or replies can be made after the discussion is closed. Make note of that. I do close discussions on Sunday when I wake up to do grading. I close the discussion. That means if you did not do the discussion for that week, it's an automatic 0. If nothing else, make sure you get your initial post in. It's worth the most points. The discussions are 60 points apiece. The initial post all by itself is 48 points. That's a big portion of that 60 points. So if all else fails, make sure you get that initial post in. And usually, I will be quite upfront with you guys, I usually don't count discussions late. If you don't do your initial post till Saturday, you're still going to get your points for it. So make sure you at least do your initial post. If you're not going to do the replies, don't take that 0. Do the initial post and get those 48 points. Resubmissions. I encourage reworking an assignment to bring it up to portfolio quality, or an assignment that is a stat to create portfolio quality work. The final assessment will require making changes per the critique and feedback from previous weeks. You can submit redos all mod long, and the school policy is week 1 can be resubmitted for regrading until the end of week 2 and so forth. I will take them all mod long and will regrade them for you. If you're willing to do the work and bring up your score or make the corrections and return it in, whatever the case may be, if you put forth that effort, I will grade it and you will get the credit for it. Grading. I use a rubric for all discussions, assignments, and assessments. Reviewing these will give you a very good indication of what is expected when turning in your work. If you aren't sure, ask me. File naming is the easiest points you can make, guys, and your file names are in every single one of your assignments. And I can tell you basically what I'm looking for as far as your file naming goes. If it's not exactly matches the instructions, as long as it contains your class number, the assignment week, meaning assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, assignment 4, so forth, and your first and last name, you're going to get the credit for having your file name correctly. Most of you are already in the habit of doing that because all the classes do the file naming pretty much the same, but those are the easiest points you can get as far as grading points goes. And making sure you get your assignment in on time, or you've emailed me and gotten that extension so you don't have to take that 20% deduction. Grading for weeks 1 through 3 will be done by the following Wednesday of the week it is due. Week 4 by noon on Monday after the end of the mod. Most of you know that have been with me before, usually I have grades in by Sunday night. You will have your grades for that prior week in. Sometimes Monday if I'm doing a live critique. Most of the time you have your grades back by Sunday evening though. At the latest, usually Monday evening. So, by the latest, definitely Wednesday, but I never, ever, ever think I've had taken that long to grade, ever. Monday has always been the latest, usually Sunday. You're going to submit for feedback. If you want me to just look over your assignment or assessment before you turn it in, and you can email it to me, or you can come in and see me in the Student Success Center. I am actually in the Student Success Center 3 times a week, guys. Mondays from 6 to 9 p.m. Mountain Time, Thursdays from 8 to 11 p.m. Mountain Time, and Fridays from 4 to 11 p.m. Mountain Time. I will be in the Student Success Center. For any of you that need help or just want me to look over something, don't hesitate to come in and see me. If those times are not good for you, send me an email. Let me know that you need to meet, but you need it before I'm in the Student Success Center. We'll find a time that we can get together and I'll open my Zoom room for you. I absolutely will be there for you guys every step of the way. So if you're having trouble, email me so we can get together and work it out. There is absolutely no reason to feel anxious about this class or to give up on this class, because I will walk you through it, guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you how to do it. This is your first class. I am going to be here every step of the way. So if you need help, you just need to reach out to me and let me know that you need that help. Extensions to turn in late work. We've already discussed this several times, but if there are documentable extenuating circumstances, medical, military, or death of immediate family member, automatic extension, as you know. And as I've stated twice, 3 times maybe, I will give you the extension if you let me know you're having trouble. But you have to contact me, guys. I just can't give out automatic extensions. So send me that email. You know, life's crazy sometimes. I get it. So send me the email. Let me give you the extension. All you have to do is send me the email that you're not going to be turning in your work, if you're not going to make the deadline, and tell me when you're going to have it to me, and I'm going to give you an extension till that day. No extensions after the end of the mod. Those are extensions that I cannot just automatically grant. Those have to go through the dean and through your FPA. So if something happens and you're going to need an extension after the end of the mod, you definitely need to let me know so that I can get with the dean and the FPA and see if they will grant that extension. Final project overview. By the end of this mod, you will have conceptualized, created, produced, and published an animated advertisement to be presented in your professional portfolio. The project, you're going to get to choose a company, or if you're having trouble choosing a company, ask me to assign you one. That would be a candidate for an animated advertisement that is seen on their website. So it's going to be a self-promotional ad. It's not going to be an ad banner on another website. It's going to be something on their own personal website. So it may be an animation showing a sale on a certain item, or some sort of infographic, animated infographic showing the release of a new product, or something like that. Just something that's going to be fun, simple. Don't overthink it, guys. This is the part that most students struggle with, is this coming up with an idea. Keep it simple, because as much experience as I have with animation, and that's what I started doing fresh out of school, it kind of fell in my lap, was doing Flash, what was then Flash, animation ads. Keep them simple, because the simplest animations are usually the most entertaining, because they're easy to watch, they're interesting, they're quick. And so they hold that the user's attention. So you are going to pick whether it's a new product or service or a sale or something that promotes something for that company. And it needs to be fun and entertaining that will capture their target audience and promote sales. Using an actual company instead of a made up one will make things easier, because it will automatically give you the target market. You pick a company that's already existing, whether it's a company you know or one you don't know, you can find their target market usually by viewing their About Us page. And it will give you information all about their target market by just reading their About Us, because it's all going to be targeted at their target market. So you can kind of get a real feel for that company and what they do and what their vision is and that sort of thing, so that it fits with your animation, which will make it even more real and will look better in your portfolio in the end. So companies to keep in mind that are good ideas and are usually pretty simple for making animated ads are things like florists or nursery companies, doctors or dentists, the food businesses, bakeries, coffee shops or cafes, animal adoption, travel or outdoor activity companies. Those are all good companies that are easy to come up with some little simple ad for. You've got florists and nursery companies, you flowers and plants, you make a flower grow, things like that. Doctors and dentists, brushing teeth is always a great animation. Having illustrated teeth and an illustrated brush and the whole scrubbing thing going on, those things are usually pretty simple to do. Food businesses, bakery, coffee, cafe. You've got cupcakes and of course coffee to go and food, that sort of thing. That's usually easy to animate or come up with some sort of story or advertisement about. Animal adoption, While yes, it can be fairly simple and fairly easy, sometimes it can be complicated. And I will tell you what I've seen in the past is either the animations are really great because they're really simple. I had a student a while back do an animation on, was a cat. And the cat was laying in its cat bed and it talked. They did a voiceover of the cat talking about being adopted and finding a family, and it was great. It was a totally awesome animation. And then you have others where the script was just entirely too complicated. Their pet was needing to do too much during the animation and they couldn't quite get it there by the end. Keep your animations simple. This is your first class. Don't overwhelm yourself. So keep it simple because that's going to be the way that you end up really, truly learning animate, because you're not putting too much on your shoulders. And you're not having to learn skills and techniques that are more advanced than this class. You will have a second animate class where things will get more advanced. For this class, keep it simple because it will allow you to learn the basic tools and not force you to try to learn the more advanced tools. Travel, outdoor companies, always fun animations. I had a student do an animation of a kayak. And it was just illustrated. There were no real pictures or anything like that, but it had the guy in the kayak and he was whale watching. So there was the kayak and there was the whale and they interacted together. It was a very cute animation and it ended up being great. I have had students do some gaming animations. There was a student that did an animation over, can't remember what the name of that game is. My boys would be so disappointed in me right now. But it involved bows and arrows and swords. And so in this animation, there were no character. The swords were the characters. And there was a little sword fight, no hands. It was just the swords beating back and forth on each other and the sounds of blades clinking and, you know, that sort of thing. But it was a very cute animation. That's what I'm talking about when I say keep it simple, guys. Don't overthink it. Don't think more advanced than a beginner's class. Keep it simple because the simplest things can be the most entertaining. So, guys, that does it for this week. For right now, for today. Tomorrow, we will get into the demo for the storyboarding and going over some techniques. Basically, today, I just wanted to be able to say, hey, guys, don't be nervous about this class. I'm going to be here every step of the way. If you need the help, all you have to do is reach out. We will find a time to get together so that I can give you that help. If you need extensions, I will be here for that. So don't think that you're going to get me 3 times a week is how when we have lectures. So don't think that just 3 hours a week I'm going to be available to you. Absolutely not true. I will make myself available when you need me. So, but I have to know that you actually need me. So if you're having trouble or you have ideas, or let's say you decided you do want to take your animation a step further than what goes for the basic and you're running into trouble, email me, let me know. We can meet. We'll go over some of those advanced techniques and I will show you the simplest ways to do them. I've done just about everything you can imagine. So usually, when it comes to animation, it's really truly just an illusion, guys. You make something look like it's doing something else. And sometimes it's hard to wrap your brain around that, and sometimes it's not. So if you find yourself having trouble with that, just let me know. We'll get together and we'll work it out, and I'll show you a couple different ways that you can make that certain thing happen. Any questions, guys? All right, guys, then I will see everybody tomorrow at 3. That's when we're going to jump into, okay, Raven, tomorrow's when we're going to jump right into the assignment. And we're going to be demoing the storyboard and going through that step by step so that you don't have any questions and you can see how simple I expect things, and that sort of thing. So this class is going to be way, way easier than you guys may have initially thought. It's really not going to be that bad, I promise. We're going to have a lot of fun. Yes, that is 1 p.m. Pacific time, I think. You know what? Let me look real quick because it's in our classroom, actually. I did all the time conversions. I'm actually Central Time, so let's see. Pacific Time is 1 p.m., Mountain Time is 2 p.m., Central Time is 3 p.m., and Eastern Time at 4 p.m. So anyway, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll jump into that assignment, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Bye.
Thank you, Corley. I'm glad to have you again, too. I'm excited.
We're going to do it this time. We're going to get it all done.
Bye, Belinda.
We're going to get it all done.
Bye, Brian.
Bye.
Yes, Corley can attest. I will make myself available.
Like, it's gonna be fun.